Awesomenauts Rumble Doubles Tournament Grand Finals 3. My name is Mr. and we have basically right here at the end of an incredibly long journey. Joining with me today is the wonderful Uberancy. How you doing, Uberancy?
I am absolutely fantastic, and it is almost over. This absolute trial of bloodshed and turmoil and doubles gameplay.
Indeed. So that said,
if I may interrupt. Apparently, the music is way loud in stream.
I already turned it
Oh
down.
man, what a gamer already ahead.
There we go. Alright, so I forgot to slide it down. It was my bad. I have a setting that I use it for when it goes into the background. So, anyways, it's been an incredibly long journey. We have started with over 80 teams, and now only 4 teams remain. Let's take a look at this bracket, Uberancy. So, after our playoff stream, we stopped things right at the winners bracket for finals and the round 5 loser bracket, their semifinals. And, excuse me, no, we actually stopped at the semifinals for both. So we have 4 teams left. We have Humble Bundle versus Team Aesthetic in the loser round, and we have PewDiePie Fan Club and Serious Gamers in the winners round. So just 4 teams, and by the end of the day, we are going to have the Awesomenauts Rumble Doubles Tournament winner, and they will be $150 richer, as well as getting art commissions from Lucky Time and receiving some Not DLC. So, that said, Uber, let's go ahead and talk about it. Who do you think's gonna win? Who's your money on?
I mean, you cannot go wrong with Team Humble Bundle. You have Nikki and Cannoli on the same team in a doubles tournament. That is some insanely good players with some great coordination. But I mean, you don't know for sure because every team that's still in this is, well, really, really good. But I'm kind of hoping that Team Humble Bundle can make their way to victory.
Indeed. So that said, looking at the bracket, I think that the only tough thing about the Humble Bundle is that they are already in the losers bracket. Once they get to the grand finals, that's the winner of the winners bracket and winner of the losers bracket. It's gonna be 2 best of 5s, and the winner bracket finalist only has to win 1 of the best of 5, so the loser bracket finalist has to win 2 of them.
Yes, bracket reset. If the winners from the losers finals end up winning a bracket against the winners finals, they actually only reset the bracket, and they actually have to win 2 best of 5 brackets, which means it could be up potentially 9 to 10 games in total. For the grand final, so it will be a grueling test of skill and endurance. But either way, we are not that far yet because we are still actually going to do the losers finals, I think, first.
We're going to do Humble Bundle versus Team Aesthetic. With that, let's go ahead and take a look at this draft. It's again Humble Bundle, Nikki and Cannoli versus Team Aesthetic. That's Edster and YOLO. And before we get into this draft, I just want to let y'all know, you guys got 2 chances to win giveaways as a result of this match. Opportunity number 1, type red or blue who you think is going to win into the chat. If you guessed correctly, then after the match we will give you a piece of Awesomenauts DLC. Or excuse me, you'll be eligible for a giveaway of a piece of Awesomenauts DLC. 1 person who guesses correctly will. And you have until the match transitions to the gameplay to get your guesses in. We are keeping track of those. Just again, type red or blue into the chat. The other way to get some excuse me, win DLC is if there's a double kill. When someone scores a double kill, and I mean straight up, 1 person got 2 kills before either of them respawned, and the game's like so-and-so scored a double kill. The first person to type doubles into the chat will again get a piece of Awesomenauts DLC. So with that said, we got over 25 codes to give out today, so I'm pretty stoked. Uberancy, I'm going to take us through this draft, my good dude, okay?
Absolutely.
It is the map is Aguilon, and we have Humble Bundle as your team 1, Team Aesthetic your team 2. Humble Bundle going to start off with a ban of Nah. Team Aesthetic going to come out, ban out Froggy G and Kesnia. Humble Bundle going to then ban out Jimmy and Lux 5000. First picks the Scoop of Justice. Team Aesthetic going to pick up a penny, ban out Leon Le Chameleon. Humble Bundle going to respond with a ban of Lone Star. and pick up Swiggins. And finally, Team Aesthetic is going to close it all out with the last pick of Chucho Croc. So, Uberancy, how you feeling about these comps, my dude?
We've got two very different team comps. We've got one very traditional team, something that you've seen a lot, and those two members, or two Awesomenauts, members of the Awesomenauts, Scoop and Swiggins, are very traditional characters, and you see them a lot in 3 versus 3 games, but this is 2 versus 2. And they've got the really good lockdown. They've got the initiation from Scoop and the beefiness from both characters, and they've got the lockdown from Swiggins, but they really lack the insane damage. The anchor hook is definitely going to be a lot of burst, and definitely Scoop once he gets some money, but they're both very money-heavy characters, and they lack someone like, say, a Clunk, or just someone like a really beefy nuker, or someone who can really get that damage in, like Rocco, Clunk. There's a few others, maybe even Durple if it was Ribbit, but that is not the case. And the Team Aesthetics got a much different team, going with Penny and Chucho, and a couple of streams ago we saw some pretty crazy auto attack Penny builds, and they worked surprisingly well. I was pretty impressed with them because I had not seen them very much at all, especially not in a competitive setting. And Chucho, lots of damage. Sticky Bomb's got some nice delayed burst. It's almost like a DOT burst, and he's got some good auto attack, good farm, and some good area denial too with that bike turret and the potential to do over 400 damage with it with certain upgrades. It's really good. But I'm not sure who's going to win this. I'd say Humble Bundle really lacks the push and kill securing, but it's still a very strong comp, but I don't actually know for sure.
Indeed. I pretty much have to agree with pretty much everything you just said. I honestly think you nailed it. The one thing I do think, though, is that the potential to outplay, I think, is higher for Team Aesthetic. Humble Bundle, I think, can do a lot of crushing when we get into those fights, but Team Aesthetic, I think, they have more juking potential. They have more mind games they can play than... There's just more you can do with Penny and Chucho than Scoop and Swiggins allow. Even though numerically, I think Scoop and Swiggins are stronger knots, if that makes sense. So, you know, I think that I think one team is going to dominate, and I don't know which one it will be, to be honest. I don't think. Yeah,
it really depends on who starts snowballing first. Otherwise, it's either going to be a quick game or a long game. There's not going to be an in between here. It's going to be either who starts snowballing first, or it's going to be a lot of footsie knots, and it's going to be a bit of a slower game just to not give the enemy team an edge.
Indeed. Well, if you don't have anything else to add, let's go ahead and get to the gameplay, my friend. You guys got 5 seconds to go ahead and make your guesses after we switch to gameplay. You can't guess red or blue anymore. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom! And that's it. It's your turn for a countdown. I'm at the 15-second mark. You want to give us a countdown for that to get us going, Uberancy?
Absolutely, and I will not do it in a southern accent. I'm going to do it in a very normal Canadian accent. 3, 2, 1, go. So normal.
And we're off. On the blue team, you have Edster playing your Chucho. You have Yellow playing your Penny. And on the red team, you have Nikki playing your Swiggins and Cannoli playing your Scoop. And immediately we're going to have a fight come out. The hook is going to grab Edster. Fighting's going to come out. And Cannoli already going to be at half. And not much going to come out of that. Everyone looking for the fight, but I don't think that you're going to actually see a first blood for a second unless it's Humble Bundle overcommitting. And, right here, they find the hook and they hit all their abilities. But just what we're seeing right here is they don't have enough damage. So I think they might end up overcommitting. I actually think it's going to be Team Aesthetic picking up the first blood because they, again, are the team that can just keep on brawling and get their abilities back sooner. Then again, Edster is in a bad situation. He's getting very low. He does have his turret to help control the area around him, and they're actually going to get some clutch right off the bat.
Really, I don't think overcommitting is the right word. It's just that they have to commit so hard for every initiation because their cooldowns, with the exception of, I suppose, Swiggins' anchor hook, if he does not drop anchor, are very long. You've got 7-second cooldowns at least on everything, which is a pretty average, but then the real damage and lockdown from their team with, Scoop binding and anchor drop could be up to 15 or 12 seconds just for that basic combo of 400, 500 damage plus initial burst from a hammer and anchor hook, which can definitely kill some squishier characters like Chucho and Penny, but they're going to have to commit so hard for the potential of not even getting anything, and then they have those long cooldowns, and cooldowns are very valuable in doubles because you have 2 less abilities per team.
Indeed. And I think, and just when you add up the numbers also, it's Binding's hammer, anchor hook, and anchor break. That's just not enough damage to kill someone in the early game unless everything connects perfectly and they're getting their full auto attack DPS in the whole time, which against, like, you know, Pounce and just the general kiting that Penny and Chucho bring to the table, I just don't think that that's something that you can very reliably hold on. That's gonna have to wait a minute as Swiggins goes in. He's gonna find a flank. He's gonna get knocked back, barely just escaping the grasp of that turret there. He almost got body blocked in a really bad situation. Now Humble Bundle is gonna be on the defense. It's gonna be a whiff sticky bomb coming out from Edster, and looks like everything's gonna kind of reset. Nikki trying to see if he can find a jump pad rotation on Edster. Edster's not gonna know to not take that jump pad until Nikki goes back to his side. Now they have a 3 droid push. Big fight coming out. Nikki's trying to get it going. He's gonna get flanked. He's gonna get taken off the jump pad with the first blood at the 2-minute 47 mark, and that's going to be leaving Cannoli in a 1v2 situation to defend. That is not a good situation for Scoop to be in, especially against a crazy good pusher such as Chucho. Not a good situation. He's already used his bindings on the droids that they weren't escorting, and so now he's going to do a little hammer pot shot. Not much going to come of it. This turret is getting absolutely melted. 3 bars. That is insane at the 3-minute mark, and now looks like Yellow, he's going to go back to Smith's color. Actually, no, Cannoli going in, forcing him 1v2. They're incredibly low, but he's used his abilities. Nikki nowhere to be found. They're going to look like they're going to recuperate. They did take some map control off of that little 1v2 Cannoli managed to pull off. So, oh, wow. Very, very interesting right out of the bat, the way they managed to push down Humble Bundle's tower so hard. What can Cannoli and Nikki do to help try and keep the push tone down from the blue team?
Well, that's the problem. Since Cannoli's playing Scoop, there isn't much that he can do because, well, Scoop is just not that good at defending. He's great at initiation, being a tank, and assisting in those team fights, especially if you like get something like heal on binding for your teammates, which can be surprisingly useful, but it's not bought very often. But either way, Scoop is not that good at defending. He's great for initiation and in team fights, and for, you know, just like being a tank. That's a big part of his job due to his insane lifesteal, being able to have lifesteal on all of his abilities, and his auto attack and bindings give him health at base anyways. And heal on hammer is nuts. And then this is the other thing that he could do to help out, though. One of those few things is buy a lot of damage. Most Scoops rush damage on bindings, and there's a good reason for that because his base damage isn't that good. YOLO's going to take a lot of damage from that bindings, but Cannoli's going to get hit by the sticky bomb. He's going to grab the invis, though, as Edster tries to chase him, but he's just going to be able to get the safety with Nikki, not having an anchor, still on cooldown, but it's just getting off cooldown now. And he's going to actually eat a sticky bomb, but the anchor drop is on Edster, but Cannoli's not going to be able to go in time. Edster's got his bike back, but he's taking a lot of damage, but so is Cannoli, doing a little bit of damage, but taking it right back.
Indeed, and I'm looking at these builds here, and I see YOLO picking up that gun pinning. We see Scoop going into the turret pull the banner Scoop. We see Blapple Zork and the Koi Corroborers, that's the piercing on Cheeto's auto attack, and we see just Agent Octa and Blueheart coming out on Swiggins. Looking at these builds, Blapple Zork is definitely an interesting first pick up on Chucho. It's definitely not a bad one. It's extremely cost efficient DPS, and as you're gonna prove it right here, he's gonna fight. He's gonna take a lot of damage from that triple the binding scoop, triple the banner. God, that's so hard to say. It's banner of the triple scoop from Cannoli, and that he's going to go in with it again, but he's not going to land that much. Cannoli actually amplified, and in a bad spot, he's going to get out at 240 HP, and now the push is going to come out, except for YOLO, who's going to be pushed back to 1 bar. Edster's going to be managed to have a breathing room to finish off this turret, and that is going to be the first turret down at 5 minutes and 50 seconds. So we've only seen 1 kill, but Team Aesthetic has actually managed to take off a whole turret off of this. Like, they just get so much push, and Humble Bundle is just really having a tough time trying to figure out what to do about it. They're trying to force these engagements to pressure them off the turret, but they just don't have the damage to do it. We see double piggy banks coming out from Humble Bundle, all into damage into AoE, but it's just not enough. Nick's going to get caught off the jump pads. Binding's going to come in trying to clean up, but Cannoli cannot find him. There he is, the auto attack off the jump pad, and the Cannoli with the scoop actually catches up to Edster, a Chucho here. That is insane. But he is going to be forced back, and now he's going to be forced to 1v1 YOLO, who has two droids in his super droid. And there's the hammer miss, and the pulse behind the turret right before the binding's procs is going to make a 2 for nothing, excuse me, 2 for 1 in favor of the blue team. Now Yellow is just completely obliterating that turret with a Super Droid. Nikki gonna come in, he's gonna take a Super Droid to the face, and he is just in a really bad situation. He is now gonna be 1v2 on the bottom lane, and they are going to, oh my gosh, they're going for the big flank. They come down right behind him, right in front of his turret. He's gonna be going down the sneaky bomb with the pounce and the pulse. Just too much damage. Oh my gosh, what a confident flank there, just dropping to the little cave section right above the turret, and now Cannoli's in a bad situation. This turret's got to be going down very soon. Oh my gosh, that coordination was insane coming out from Team Aesthetic. They are just managing to keep Cannoli and Nikki from ever getting back together to recuperate. They constantly have them pressured, constantly pressured with the turrets, and when one is alive, the other is dead. And now they're going to come back together. It's going to be with Anchor Dive. They're going to have to relax for a second. They're going to have to find an angle in, because, and I don't know if Humble Bundle will be patient enough to do it, because they like to play a very team fight centric type gameplay. And right now the situation is not in their favor. We have a full level advantage, and we got everyone going back home to spin their solar. We see Starstorm statue being picked up. We see Matt Roy, that's damage, blackmail coming out on the Chucho. Their regen, their team fight's getting so much better, but Edster's actually locked down here, and he's going to go in, going to counter initiate on Nikki in a really bad situation. Cannoli's going to be late. The anchor dive's going to be a huge whiff. Now Cannoli's being beat up, just chased by that gun Penny from Yellow, and then a pulse. He's going to be 3 bars behind his turret now, trying to defend against, again, a Penny and a Chucho, and that is Gun Penny. That push is so insane. Uber Rants, what can Humble Bundle even do right now?
It's just, this is what I meant about the snowbally game. It could have gone into either team's favor, but just the one kill to give them that little bit of an extra experience and money advantage, and then also the ability to just push that top tower and take it down so quickly. There's just a massive advantage for Team Aesthetic, and it's just nuts. And I mean, you've got the slightly more, you don't see Penny and Chucho as often competitive as you would, Scoop and Swiggins in standard 3 versus 3, but this is doubles, and damage is king in doubles. Damage and push is the king in doubles, and you can see that coming out already. You've got auto attack damage coming out from Penny with the gun as well, going for the auto attack Penny build that we've seen in previous streams, and double Starstorm. And then we've got more damage coming out from Chucho as well, and Blackmail making the sticky bomb sticky on the ground, which is actually going to be quite useful, I think. But Edster's actually going to take a lot of damage, get locked down by Swiggins, but he's going to be able to grab this creep. But Edster's pretty hurt. He's going to try and teleport out. Looks like Nikki has actually teleported from bottom lane, deciding not to risk getting caught out by both of the enemy combatants here, but Edster just going back while Cannoli and Nikki trying to get some initiation, baby. He lands the hammer on YOLO, but there's no anchor drop or anchor hook going in. Nikki's going to use anchor hook onto Chucho, but not going to land the anchor drop. Cannoli taking a lot of damage, but he's able to get the bindings out and get the burst. Cannoli taking so much damage, so Chucho is chasing him. Edster's chasing him, he misses the sticky bomb, but he's going to get killed before that hammer can give him the health he needs. And that is another kill for the blue team here, making it 1 for 6.
And the snowballing continues. And Nikki gonna find the anchor drop. It's like in that situation here. He's hitting his stuff, but what can they do? And now he's just gonna get. Oh, he's actually gonna manage to pick up that, so he gets one more anchor dive in before the sticky bomb finishes him off. So 1 for 1, not sure if it's necessarily worth. They do get more XP off that, but right now they need every man on deck right now. They're only gonna go in, try and force this 1v1. The hammer was actually a whiff there, barely missed Yellow. He could have potentially actually found that frag, because the hammer would have possibly given him 1 or 2 more auto attacks. But unfortunately, Yellow's gonna manage to find health. He's gonna pick up the health orb in the bottom. He's leaving the stealth orb for when they really need it, because he knows he isn't making a play within the next few seconds. But Chucho, he's going to go ahead and pick it up. And now we're going to see Yellow and Edster. They have a bunch of solar spent. They have the level advantage. They should be picking up. Edster in a very big spot. There's going to be a big bait right now. They're going to go 1v2 versus Yellow. Edster's going to come in, but the sticky bomb's going to be a whiff. They're going to find Edster up the jump pad. Binding's going to come out on Cannoli. He's also going to get pounced away. Now Nikki's going to be running around. He's on the wrong side here. He's going to just juke around using his barrier wall. He's trying to see if there's any more fighting that he can make happen. But unfortunately, there is not, and we are just going to kind of see a paradigm reset as, again, both teams just get back together. Edster getting some 3 droids pushed up. They are actually hiding in that little bottom cave there, but Nikki knows he doesn't anchor dive fishing out with the phone, but he just says, before he did that, Edster did float down. Now Nikki's going to get to half health because of those sticky bombs. And they're just going to get a little bit more push. They're just tanking that turret, using the gun penny, using the Chucho turret. and just taking off another few bars. They try and punish with the hammer, and Nikki goes in. He's going to land an anchor break, but he's about to die. He takes 681 damage from that amplified sticky bomb, and now Cannoli in a bad situation. YOLO's actually already beginning to push, even though he's extremely low. In the meantime, Cannoli is going to be teleporting back just as good. It looks like no, YOLO's staying. I thought he was going to teleport. He could get fractured, but the hammer's going to be whipped. He knows how to kite this. Now there's nothing that Cannoli can do to even kill the two-bar enemy right in front of him.
This game might already be over. I mean, like, Cannoli can't do much to defend. This might be a 12-minute game here. It's at 3 bars, 2 bars on the base. Cannoli's just jumping around, trying not to die. And the insane damage from Sticky Bomb and just Chucho in general. Etzer's taking a lot of damage, but the droids are here, and the turret is attacking the base. But the base is going to go down, and it is a victory for Team Aesthetic in 12 minutes and 13 seconds. What happened?
They did. Humble Bundle did not manage to last long enough to get the damage that they needed. That is it. Like, straight up. They got to a point where they just snowballed that they were just getting regen and Hillhammer to stay alive, but they could literally not kill anyone. And just between that and a few critical misplays and a few whiffs, just, oh my god. I cannot believe that's how our first match of the day is turning out, but it is. It's definitely incredibly, like, it's as you said. One team will snowball, we wasn't sure which, turned out to be Team Aesthetic. You know, and if Nikki and Cannoli had managed to find those first few frags also, they could have easily been the team snowballing here. They had the luxury of, you know, getting 4 or 5 damage upgrades, and, you know, while Etzer and Yellow were just, you know, still picking up regen or getting both Starstorm statue and gun penny, you know, like, this could have easily been their game, but that's just not what happened. And now we going into this right away, we have 1-0 in favor of Team Aesthetic. So anyways, guys, this is a best of 3, so Humble Bundle can easily come back from this. It is Nikki and Cannoli. Do not count them out, and we will be back very shortly, my friends. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Awesomenauts Rumble, Grand Doubles Tournament Grand Finals. We are again in the loser bracket, round 5. It is our semifinals as we figure out which of these teams are going to have the opportunity to go on to the next round. We just saw Team Aesthetic take a very decisive, one of the most decisive first wins of a series that I've seen in this tournament so far, against one of the most highly anticipated teams to win, Humble Bundle, who was your second place winner last year. So, but they're back, and we see, I think, a lot more even of a draft this time, even though they look similar to what we saw last game. We have, again, it's the map of Serona, and to talk about this draft in this game with me is, once again, Uberancy.
Hi!
That's Uberancy in a nutshell for you. Uberancy, I'm gonna
No, it's not. Don't listen to me.
I'm going to go through this draft right quick. We have Humble Bundle is again your team red. Your blue team is Team Aesthetic. And Team Aesthetic is going to be the team 1 this time. Guys, type who you think is going to win into the chat. Type red or blue. Guess correctly to be eligible for a giveaway after the match. You have until the scene transitions to gameplay to get your guesses in. So, with that said, Team Aesthetic is going to open up with a first ban of Penny. And looks like excuse me, we had the scene wrong there, but Humble Bundle is then going to ban out Froggy G in Scoldier, and Team Aesthetic will respond by banning out Jimmy in the Lux 5000. And then they are going to go ahead and pick up a... Excuse me, sorry, I got this...
Yeah, I believe you've messed up the scene here, because the team compositions are actually swapped. Humble Bundle has gone with Swiggins and Coco, and Team Aesthetic has gone with Ksenia and Chucho. So if you've already bet, then I'm so sorry.
Okay, what's swapped isn't the teams, but but they're not. So blue team is Team Aesthetic and red team is Humble Bundle, but swap the comps around. Humble Bundle is your Ksenia and your Chucho. Team Aesthetic is Swiggins and excuse me, no, Humble Bundle is Ksenia and Chucho. No, I can't read it. Oh my gosh. Okay, blooper reel right here.
Professional casters, professional stream, just so professional.
Team Aesthetic is Ksenia and Chucho. Humble Bundle is Swiggins and Coco. Humble Bundle is the red team. The blue team is Team Aesthetic. And, yeah. So that's that. We're going to pretend that didn't happen. XD. So, that said... And we do have the draft link in the chat to clear up any confusion. And again, the red team is Humble Bundle. The blue team is Team Aesthetic. And you know what? We're just gonna skip this particular piece of draft talk. Let's just get into the gameplay, Uberancy. Let's salvage this.
That's a fantastic. Yeah, let's salvage this. This is the idea. We've got Serona, much bigger map, but either way, we should just get straight to the game and let the gameplay talk for us. Would you like me to give you a countdown?
Yes, sir. I am at the 15-second mark.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, on your blue team, Chucho is going to be played by Yellow, and Ksenia is going to be played by Edsta. And on the red team, you have Cannoli playing your Coco, and you have Swiggins, once again, being played by Nikki. I think the comps are a lot more even right here. Look at that anchor drop right off the jump pad. Yellow's going to be taking a lot of damage and get out of 1 bar right before the first minute of the game even. That said, I think these comps, even though they're similar, I think they're more even because Coco has a lot shorter cooldown. Ksenia doesn't absolutely like... She doesn't hit all the damage on both knots right away in a team fight. Like, it's like the same comps for the advantages that and disadvantages that were there last time are just a little bit more toned down. They're not as extreme. Nikki doing a great job controlling, trying to find Eds coming up through the barrier there. But unfortunately, he's not going to find it. Now he's in a 1v2 situation. He might find the first blood, though, but Yellow actually blocks the ink shot, while Cannoli is just kind of clearing mid, not really paying attention to that. He could have easily just even taken the jump pad and hit Blaze and found the first blood. But I don't know about you, Uberancy, but I think the first blood's going to come from Humble Bundle this time because they are playing extremely aggressively, and they're doing well. They just had the first blood kind of slip through their fingers a couple of times.
Absolutely. That was some good body blocking of the shots from Yola there in order to save his teammate Edster. But since we didn't really talk about the drafts, I'm just going to take a couple seconds to say my piece about Team Humble Bundle here. We've got a much better team composition because Coco has that little bit of ranged AoE burst that you kind of need with someone like Swiggins, and it's going to come into play right there with Cannoli actually going to pick up the first blood with auto attack, I believe, and not lightning ball. Surprising, but it does not change anything. So that's going to be the first blood for Team Humble Bundle. But what I'm trying to say here is Edster's actually going to get hit by the lightning ball, and oh my goodness, that's already a team wipe from Team Humble Bundle with Edster getting destroyed by the anchor drop and the lightning ball combo.
Indeed, and it looks like Yellow, he's now going to be just like, he's going to be doing a very good job defending. So, one of the problems that Humble Bundle had last game is that they were two Nauts that were not only bad at pushing, but also versus two Nauts that were, bad at defending. They were versus two Nauts that were really good at pushing. So, it was like, that extremity was huge there, you know. Pushing was already something that Chucho and Cindy were better than the average Naut on, but Swiggins and Scoop were worse at than the average Naut. But now that's kind of reversed. You know, like the amount of push that Team Aesthetic got last game, that they're rewarded for a kill, is much higher than the amount of push that Nikki and Cannoli will be rewarded for one of their kills. Because they have to hug the turret. They don't get long-range guns here, while Chucho is just an absolute machine on defense. He can just clear so fast. He's got the turret, he's got the piercing auto attack, he's got his sticky bomb that's an incredibly low cooldown. As you can saw what he did just there, he actually body blocked the droids with his turret so that they took more turret damage before ever even reaching it. So Yellow can actually really make this game take a long time here. Actually, that's going to have to wait one moment as Ed's are going to get hooked off with the balancing mechanics of the anchor hook is going to give him more than enough breathing room to actually stay alive. Still not a good situation to be in. Yellow's going to stay in quite a bit long. He's actually going to find Edster again with the anchor hook. That lightning ball is going to be a whiff though. Edster going to go under. Edster trying to pull a Nikki here, just dancing under the worm. Now Yellow's taking a lot of damage to try and find him, and then they are going to manage to pick him off that. Edster might be going down here. He is incredibly.
No, are they not going to get this kill?
Oh man, that lightning ball was a miss. The
blaze!
blaze! Oh, the blaze!
The blaze! That was so. That was wow. That fight. I don't know if amazing is the word, but that was something.
Well, after all that juking Edster did, the fact that that chick of blade just managed to touch him, that feels so bad. Now they managed.
Yeah, that was. If I may interrupt, that was a really good play from Nikki too, able to just kind of chase him on that jump pad there and get the auto attack hits on Chucho, and got the nice anchor drop on Ksenia, but they both hit the jump pad when he landed that anchor drop. So Cannoli actually had to take some time, you know, getting down from the air in order to chase Ksenia. But that nice just bumped into Ksenia and got the blaze, and actually managed to pick up the kill with the DOT from Blaze, and that's only like 150 damage DOT at base. It's amazing.
Indeed. Oh, and Nikki, he's going to go in. He's going to take an anchor drop on the Yellow. Look at how much damage he took. Like, later game, anchor break, that's going to be a kill. Like, I don't know if Team Aesthetic, they want to be stalling till the late game. Like, that's kind of like what their comp can easily do right now as a way to have something to do early game. But, like, are they going to even be able to win these team fights later on? Because right now they can kind of go back and forth. But once, later on, Swiggins is going to basically be one-shotting them. And that's not even counting just how much Lightning Ball was going to be doing here.
Absolutely. Like, the thing with Swiggins is he needs a lot of money, but if he can get a few early kills, or just his team can get a few early kills, then it's going to help him a lot, just be an absolute monster, because characters like Swiggins, Scoop, and I'd even argue characters like Clunk as well, need a lot of cash to really get to their full potential, but once they do, they are one-man armies. They do so much damage and have a lot of lockdown and kill potential. And Nikki has gotten 2 kills without any deaths and is leading in Solar by about, is actually competing with Ksenia with around the same Solar, but Ksenia is piggy-banked, and so is Chucho, but Chucho is very far behind. He's already got plenty of Solar, and he's got the damage and he's got Fnatic Spoon as well to get that break damage as well. So he's already got tons of damage. He might get a little bit of health on Anchor and some auto attack damage, and that'll just make him an absolute monster, including when pushing once he gets some auto attack damage.
One thing that Nikki's doing really well too is he's going in constantly so far, and he's just being very aggressive. He's kind of got a one-track mind as he just goes in and looks at the anchor guy. You know, he's not thinking about anything. He's like, okay, where's my next initiation? He doesn't really care where they are. He always goes for it. And that looked like that should have fit. I saw the graphics there kind of colluding there for a bit, but unfortunately, I guess the hitbox doesn't necessarily align there. And Kesney will be getting out at less than an anchor dive's amount of health away. And she's going to go back in after picking up some health, trying to contest. See what she can do. She might just be overextended here. Actually, she's in an incredibly bad spot, and she's trying to see what she can do.
Oh,
I don't know why Cannoli would try and Lightning Ball the worm here. That was the absolute one spot that she was guaranteed not to go to. Because that Lightning Ball got wasted, that is actually Edster got the breathing room to take the jump pad and get out of that. That was literally the one
Cannoli just really doesn't like the Serona worm. I don't know if he had some bad experiences back when he was a wee little League 9, but you know, that was a strange Lightning Ball. But either way, Cannoli taking a bit of damage, trying to get the Lightning Ball on Edster. Don't know if it connected, but Edster is rather low health. That Lightning Ball should have hit, but because of Virtual Girl and the iframes, it's not quite going to. Edster able to get over there alive. YOLO teleports back. Not seeing too much here. Cannoli clearing top lane, but we're seeing some more items as well. Look at all this regen, by the way. Look at this beautiful, just like tree of regen in the item spot.
Yeah, and why would that be? You actually see double Medican coming out on everyone on almost the exact same time. That's something I have not seen before. Is it the map? Is it the comp?
I'd say it's a theory is because they're going back and forth a lot in this earlier game, and because Humble Bundle is, you know, Humble Bundle wants to stay in. Well, Team Aesthetic wants to be able to, you know, survive Humble Bundle's ambushes and be able to retaliate fast enough. They went for regen in order to stay in the lanes a lot longer, so they really don't have to teleport back very often, because if Humble Bundle, you know, initiates and they lose a little bit of health, they're going to be able to keep chasing. But with Team Aesthetic, because they also got regen, is going to be able to kind of stay alive a little longer and be able to stay in lane if they take, you know, about 1,000 damage. They can grab a creep and stay in lane.
Indeed. And the thing is, though, I think the damage is so much more stronger on Cannoli and Nikki. Like, the regen is going to help them out more than the regen is going to help out Team Aesthetic. And, you know, that's what I don't know for sure yet, but I do know that they'll be regenerating a bit further back now as the first turret goes down in favor of Team Humble Bundle, and their turrets are just usually untouched. Nikki going in here. He's going in off of that anchor break. Anchor drop is going to be a whiff. You're going to still look around. Edster going to look like he's about to flank back around. He's going to get some poke off of Cannoli. That's not going to... they're in a very bad spot. They can find the pressure, which I think they can. Actually, nope. Esther just going to be flanking. He's too scared of the cooldowns, I think, in this situation. And now they are just going to be backing off. I think that if Edster had gone in banking on dodging their abilities, which I don't think is a terrible call, because he did have Future Girl. He could have gone on there and picked up a double kill. Either way, now things are back to normal. Edster and Nikki and Cannoli all taking a lot of damage. See the Kesney farming the worm there. One of the best strategies in the game on Serona is if you are holding mid, if the other team can't get in, then use the worm to destroy your own droids. Not only do you quickly clear the other droids, but you get that solar, you deny the other team XP. So the other team gets 10 less solar, you get 10 more solar, and they don't get XP. Like, if you can do that for a solid 5 minutes, you will snowball hard. It's one of the most underrated aspects of Serona, and you don't really see it in pubs in the competitive play. A lot of the early game is decided on who holds mid first, and you can hold it more securely, because farming that worm is incredibly good strategy. And you're going to see that Sticky Bomb is actually going to hit both Nikki and Cannoli. They're going to take a lot of chip damage here. They're going to be going in, and Edster going to take an anchor dive, but it's going to come right back, hit a bunch of attacks on Nikki. Nikki getting extremely low. Great Kesney play coming out here, but Nikki going to go back in, and Edster going to get one bar, pick up the health. He's going to go ahead and clear out the bottom lane right here. The Medican doing a lot of work for all 4 players, as we mentioned. And now look at that silence, that deny, but Edster still might go down here due to the Magnetic Spoon, and that's going to be a frag, but Nikki's in an incredibly bad spot, but Cannoli's going to be here to actually save him. Yellow going to be taken out. Oh my gosh, he throws the Sticky Bomb, but the Sticky Bomb doesn't do any damage till it blows up, so Nikki can still finish his his teleport. Oh my gosh.
Because of the very, I'm just doing a little bit of napkin math here in my brain, but I believe Edster actually could have survived the Magnetic Spoon if he just let the turret kill it and let the regen, you know, get his health back a bit, because he only died to that Magnetic Spoon. Oh, who cares about that? Anchor Drop's actually going to get the last hit on YOLO after taking a Lightning Ball, and it looks like Team Humble Bundle might actually be able to take this top turret. But as they destroy this top turret, or no, they're actually going to have to back off due to low health, and Edster is kind of just invisible, trying to maybe get some frags here via the Frag Master, but he's actually going to take a nice Anchor Hook, but the Anchor Drop is going to miss. Well, Edster takes a lot of damage. The Blaze with the slow is quite annoying, but he's going to be able to get out of there alive with the Lightning Ball not hitting him. But speaking of Edster, he might have actually survived that Panatic Spoon a little while ago if he had just waited for the turret to kill it rather than auto-attacking it himself because of the regen. It was down to like a matter of like 5 health. But either way, I think Edster actually bought knockback scissors. What on earth?
And that's kind of standard. You know, you have Edster's playing a very kite-heavy game here. You know, if he commits too long to a fight, he takes so much damage and just kind of loses that. His game is to run around just throwing knives at them, and Nicky's game is to go around and try and catch Edster doing that basically. Like Edster is the bandit and Nicky is the police officer, and Nicky's running around trying to stop Edster from his nefarious scissor throwing schemes. And if he's got that knockback every time Nicky tries to go in on him, that just makes it life for Nicky that much more harder and gives Edster even that much more breathing room. Like you see right here, they're trying to like focus in on him, but he does manage, like he's just pushing Cannoli around. Like look at that, he gets pushed out of mid right there, and that lightning ball is going to come in, but he's not able to go for the face ball, which could have picked up a double kill there because of the knockback. So I think he just proved it right there. Great anchor dive coming out from Nicky. What a sick angle. And Nicky just gonna watch them kind of sit back there and chill for a second. And not much really coming out now, as we're gonna see some footsie nuts. Cannoli and Nicky are making sure they're just out, they're kind of at the frontier of the footsie nuts. You know, the moment Edster Yolo decided to overspin, and they actually managed to come down through the ceiling there, pick up an initiation, make Edster go to 1 bar. Yolo taking a lot of damage, and Cannoli and Nicky reasonably unscathed in relevance to team aesthetic. So very nice initiation that's going to help, and that's actually giving them the opportunity to push up the droids. Edster in a very bad spot. Oh, and that lightning ball's going to be with as Edster, instead of going to the turret, decides to run left instead, pick up some health, and he's just going to kite away while YOLO is faced on defense. Nicky can only going to go back, and Nicky looks like he's about to go and spin some solar right quick, or no? Oh, they both are. We have a double teleport. See what they pick up. They don't have that much right now. Probably just some more damage to really help secure some of these kills. And now we just see everyone kind of chilling for a second, waiting for the next big fight to happen. And Nicky going to be going in. He's going to miss everything. And now we should see Team Aesthetic pressuring extremely hard right now, which they are. Cannoli might be going down here, but nope. 1 bar to pick up a health pack. And gonna fish out for a lightning ball. Nothing gonna really hit, and we see kind of the momentum kind of shifting to Team Aesthetic for a second. You know, how long do you think they'll be able to keep this one up?
Well, it really depends if they decide to back off, like it seems like they're doing right now, with Ksenia now going back to farm and clear some droids that are getting close to their back turret, and YOLO also teleporting back in order to buy some extra damage on Sticky Bomb and the Koi Robbers, 1 stage of it in order to help them clear as well. So they're going for a bit more clear as well as a bit more damage, and Ksenia's actually got pills as well, which will help, you know, stay alive against those lightning balls and those anchor drops. It's like right there, Edster's going to take an anchor drop, and he's now hanging, but he's taking 300 damage from the break as well, so he's half health, but he's going to be able to clear these droids, get all of his scissors back due to Fury Blowout. But it looks like Nicky trying to get the nice anchor hook prediction, but he's just going to roll away from that, trying to land a few scissors, but YOLO's going to take a lot of damage here, but so is Cannoli. The Sticky Bomb is going to pick up the kill, making it a 1-for-1. Edster's so hurt, but he's going to be able to get back in time. Looks like he's actually going to look for some crit, but there's none there, but he's got no health, and he's just tempting Nicky. Edster, no. But it looks like he's going to be okay, but he's going to take the anchor drop, going to take a lot more damage from that. Not able to virtual girl out of that, just taking those little bits of damage, but he's able to fend off the push due to Ksenia's great clearing power.
Indeed, and it looks like kills are getting picked up, as well as life steal the Buried Tentacles on Edster. And I think it's because at this point they're just basically getting one shot. You know, they like anchor dive, anchor break, and lightning bolt is literally a kill on anyone that they land all 3 of those on. Blaze
wow!
Like that! Look at that! Just
what was that?
They clicked all their abilities on Edster and he died. That is why they're picking
Yeah.
up kills, but it's still not enough at all. And look at this kill lead, 8-1. At this point, even though it's Chucho on defense and it gets stalled out quite a while, he's having to watch out for all these squishy lightning balls because he gets knocked back a little from that turret. Cannoli and Nikki both have way more than enough HP to tank a fight right there in front of it. There'd be nothing Yellow could do. And he's just going to have to just be as chill as he can. He's only going for another lightning ball poke. There it is, and just keeping them pressured. Edster going to go in, but just look at that immediate punish. He might just be dead again. He's actually gets the life steal off the droid, saving his life in the nick of time. That DOT was about to last hit him. Oh my gosh. Talk about a game-saving upgrade right there. That could have been really bad if Yellow was forced to defend another 1v2. But now Edster is full health. He's roaming. He's trying to see what he can get going. He's being extremely careful. He knows just how easily he can be one-shot.
Absolutely. Edster's actually going to take a lightning ball here while taking anchor hook. Sorry for interrupting you, but Nikki doing a lot of damage. Edster's going to take another lightning ball because of the insane cooldown with the cooldown upgrade. Gyroscopic Dynamo, able to decrease the cooldown by 1.5 seconds, making it, I believe, a 5-second cooldown. Yes, 5 seconds. Well, he's going to try and hit that lightning ball on YOLO, going to miss, but Nikki's taking a lot of damage, but so is Edster. You cannot compete with Humble Bundle's damage. They've gotten that snowball on Swiggins, no less, and they've gotten plenty of damage on Coco here. And we're going to see pills coming out on Swiggins, which is going to make him even more beefy than he already is. He's a very good brawler because he starts out with a lot of health, almost Hank status at about 15 or 1600, but not quite there just because he doesn't have the mobility or the life gain of other tanks like, say, Scoop or Glunk.
Indeed. And they're going to go in. They're looking at the engagement coming out. The lightning ball was just used on droid, so Yellow not taking enough damage here. He's actually going to get out at 140 HP. But only on the hunt, though. He's trying to see if he can find him. And he gets that same juke that they did earlier where he runs left. And while Cannoli thinks they're going to the turret and use that to dodge, that sticky bomb going to be a whiff, though, which would have killed Cannoli. Either of them hit their abilities. Cannoli actually might get picked up by Edster. He does. He gets assassinated. And that's going to be a kill that Team Aesthetic desperately, desperately needed. But the map is Corona. And so in order to come back, they have to push their droids back up so far. They haven't even begun to push those front turrets. But they will find Nikki in a 1v2 scenario. But Yellow actually might go down to the break damage here. Nope, he's going to survive at 1 HP. Nikki's going to also do the same. And they're going to fight each other. The unliquid engagement. Edster needs to not stay too long. I think he was actually trying to take a very high-risk, high-reward play of baiting the anchor hook and then using Butyrol Girl to tank all the damage once it broke. That could have gone really, really, really wrong for him, to be honest. But
absolutely.
Either way, he's alive, and Nikki didn't go for it. And now Nikki is going for something. He finds him. What? Butyrol Girl, all the damage. Now Nikki actually going to less than half, just like that. And there on the hunt, Nikki taking a lot of damage right now, and he's not gonna go down. He has barrier, he has pills. He's gonna be fine. So that said, just insane amount of damage that comes out from both teams there. And just every time Nikki comes out with that, with this 1-2 combo of anchor dive and anchor hook, the blue team just takes so much damage. It's ridiculous. And just like they have to play so carefully around it and bait the abilities of red team before they can have a team fight that isn't over in 2 seconds.
Absolutely. Looks like Nikki's going to take a little bit of silence damage from that scissor there, but there's not too much happening. Waiting for some good initiation, some good damage from either team. There's the anchor drop. Going to get hit by the sticky bomb though, but look at all that damage. Anchor break plus lightning ball going to do about 1,000 damage with YOLO just trying to get out of there alive. Well, Edster might try to go in and bait some attacks here, but he's getting his scissors back on these droids, but he's going to get caught out. The anchor hook misses, and the knockback is going to send Nikki flying backwards, and Cannoli is not going to hit the lightning ball either. It looks like Edster's stuck behind them, but the virtual goal does not work in his favor, and he's going to die to the anchor break right now, giving them a kill. Giving Team Humble Bundle a kill is what I'm trying to say here with the lightning ball taking out Chucho's turret as well, making it a 1v2. If they can manage to kill Chucho here, that might be the game. We see Bobcat coming out on Ksenia here. Good upgrade, going to be that damage that Ksenia needs as well. If you manage to land the Bobcat and then maybe land an auto attack combo onto one of the enemy knots, you can get some serious damage going and just keep chaining it. But either way, YOLO's by himself. But Team Humble Bundle is not being too aggressive here, trying to do some damage to these droids behind turret here, just stopping their push, just keeping them at this back turret. But Edster is back and he is ready to go in. Here comes the scissors, doing a little bit of damage to Cannoli. He's going to actually go down to YOLO's auto attack. actually, oh, I thought that was the turret for a second, but no, it is YOLO's auto attack, making it a 1v2 against Team Aesthetic this time. Nikki taking a little bit of damage, but Edster's taking more, but there's the sticky bomb, but the anchor drop's going to do a lot of damage, but he's stuck behind them at the turret, and Nikki is going to take tons and tons of damage and actually go down.
1v2 there. He hesitated for a second, was like, yeah, I'm going to do this.
No, it's Nikki. He's a god gamer. He can do whatever he wants. Like, even though he died, it doesn't matter.
You know, before he made that play, he was like, yo, Cannoli, check this. And then after that, like, I don't know if you watch his stream, but he always does this thing whenever, like, something goes really wrong, he goes... And he just totally did both of those, right?
Yeah, I mean, because Nikki went in and went super ham and, you know, died and they lost 2 front towers, but who cares? That doesn't matter, right? Towers don't matter in this game because it's Serona. Serona is a massive map, so if Team Humble Bundle, and this is a little more serious now, if Team Humble Bundle can push Team Aesthetic back to their back turret, they will still have a lot of trouble pushing to Team Humble Bundle's back turret, as in Team Aesthetic will. I am wording things all wrong, I don't know how to talk. What is English? I'm still in kindergarten, but either way, they just need to push Team Aesthetic back to their back turret, and then it will be so hard for Team Aesthetic to get back from that. They won't be able to take down that back turret after 1 wipe, but if they manage to get 2, then that might even be the game. A team wipe might just decide the game here, it depends. Nikki's actually going to get the kill on YOLO after taking the stick bomb. The anchor break is just so strong. Edster taking a lot of damage from that anchor hook, not able to virtual girl out of it, but Cannoli just clearing those drives, trying to get this push here. Virtual Girl is going to dodge him out of the lightning ball with the turret at 1 bar. It is so hurt, with Nikki also being very hurt, but Cannoli is full health with the low cooldown lightning ball, able to do tons of damage very quickly. That turret is so hurt. All they gotta do is just push their face into it. They just gotta like body slam it, just charge into it face first, and they will kill it. But they gotta be careful because of the repercussions. They might get killed by that, but YOLO's gonna take a lot of damage from the anchor break again, trying to get the sticky bomb onto Nikki, but not quite. Nikki's got that barrier after he loses his anchor hook, allowing him to brawl a little better when he does that initiation. He's got his anchor hook back. The sticky bomb's gonna miss. He's gonna go for the anchor hook on Edster. Gonna do a ton of damage with Edster taking a lot of damage. The anchor break's gonna kill him as well as the DOT. And here comes Nikki. Oh, I'm about to cough. I did cough, but here comes Nikki trying to go in with the anchor hook. YOLO taking a bit of damage. Cannoli trying to chase. He dodges the lightning ball in spawn. Not able to get him. And there's a bit of a push coming out here on the... Pardon?
I think... I'm sure... YOLO is actually pushing them off a bit. He's got the low cooldown, he's got the piercing. I'm actually really surprised that Nikki and Cannoli are a little bit afraid of him in this 1v2 scenario. And because they're backing off now, that's actually going to give Team Aesthetic enough time to get regrouped. I don't know, I felt like they could have pushed that base a lot harder. But I guess they saw that 1v2 potential. They didn't want to overcommit and lose this. Because at this point, you know, if they got wiped one more time, Team Aesthetic could actually do this. So we could actually see base exposure.
Yeah. Looking at the items that were just bought, this is going to get a lot rougher for Team Aesthetic. We've got slow on Blaze, 20% extra slow on Blaze, as well as movement speed without anchor hook. Oh, but it doesn't matter. Nikki's going to go down. That movement speed won't save him from a sticky bomb to the face, as he's also got auto attack damage on Ink Shot and Anchor Swing. But it's going to get really rough for Team Aesthetic, but since they got that nice pick, they're going to be able to push up a bit here. They're not going to be able to take this tower off of that kill, I don't believe, but they're going to get the ground that they need in order to maybe start pushing Humble Bundle back, with Chucho being able to kind of, you know, do that. They've got knockback on both characters now, with knockback on Scissors as well as Slow, and we've also got knockback on Bike Charge / you know, Nitro Charge or whatever, as well as the DOT on Bike after using the boost. The Nitro Boost is the ability. YOLO taking a lot of damage though. He's gonna get hit by the anchor hook and gonna go down to Nikki. Well, Edster's also hit by the anchor drop. This might be it for him. If they wipe here, this is gonna be it for them. Edster taking a ton of damage. He's in Fizz though. Does Nikki know where he is? He saw him take the health pack. Nikki's gonna go for it. He doesn't have anchor hook yet. He's just trying to get it. Edster taking a bunch of damage. Nikki misses the anchor hook, but he lands the anchor drop. He's got that insane auto attack damage. The anchor break's gonna do so much damage. He's right next to the enemy tower, but he's got lifesteal and auto attack. He's trying to teleport away. Is he gonna teleport away? Yes, but Coco is already at the base doing a ton of damage. It's already at half health. Coco's base damage is amazing. Does tons of damage to towers, especially with the right upgrades. But even without auto attack upgrades, still does plenty of damage here. And he's actually going to do about half the base's damage before being able to get out of there alive as well.
That was like Dragon Ball Z, like the way like Nikki and Edson just battled it out right there. That was one heck of a 1v1. I don't really think that anyone knew how it was going to go, whether it was going to be disengagement like it was, or if it was going to be a kill for either side until like it actually happened. There was no telling these guys were playing it towards the end. It was really, really sick. Now Yellow actually going in, and like Team Aesthetic is aware right now that they have to fight now or lose. They can't let Nikki or Cannoli back into their base, even if they are both alive. Like, they have to take fights right now. Like, they don't get the option not to. And the thing is that numerically and like looking at the abilities, I'm not sure how well they can. As Nikki goes in, he's gonna go ahead and bring out the initiation. Edster taking a lot of damage. Nikki has the shield on his when he's not holding Humboldt, so he doesn't take that much more damage anymore from his from the anchor. He can only take a lot of damage, so it might actually go down. Will he pick up the health? He will, though. He's gonna be at half health. Cannoli in a very bad spot. They need to be collapsing on him now, but because Nikki was way away from that, but and Yellow, I guess, was just afraid of getting styled on, so he's gonna go back. These teams are trying to be very, very cautious about the fights that they take. But I think they really like. YOLO and Edster need Frag so bad right now, which they might just actually get, while Cannoli takes a lot of damage. That Sticky Bomb's not going to be enough, and he is just going to teleport out. Wow, what a saving grace there. If we had, for example, DOT on Sticky Bomb, he would be 100% dead right now. He would not be able to teleport him and just silently await his doom. Now we see Nikki, Cannoli together. They're going to look to fight. The anchor dive is going to be a whip, and now Edster is going to be getting a nice little knife onto Nikki. Nikki not going to take that much damage. Lightning Ball going to come out onto Edster, and they're like YOLO and Edster are again. They're just in that awkward spot where they really have to take team fights. They have to try and like somehow get through them alive. But that'll gonna have to wait a second, as YOLO will not be getting through that one live. This again, that 1-2 initiation.
Oh, Ksenia's nowhere near the base. I think this is game here. They've got so much auto attack damage here. Nikki doing a lot of damage as well as Cannoli. But Edster finally teleports back, but he's invis. They don't even know he's there, but it doesn't matter. And look, he's just gonna get nuked. Just tactical nuke dropped right on his face. I didn't know the red team had 25 kills because the UI is telling me that he has 14. Tactical nuke, boom, Edster's dead, and so is the base. That is the end of the game with a victory for Team Humble Bundle.
That was one heck of a reversal from last game. Even though it was a much longer match, we saw a complete dominating performance coming out from Nikki. Basically, this entire match, like, just the entire strategy of Humble Bundle was very, very clear. It worked, and it had a very simple on-paper explanation, and it was executed just as simply and perfectly. Nikki goes in, initiates with the anchor, Cannoli goes in and finishes up with lightning ball. Like, they would just go in, hit their abilities, and win. The amount of finesse that Edster and YOLO had to play with to pick up the 5 kills that they did get was so insane. Like, while Nikki and Cannoli basically got kills for free after they started snowballing. Like, it was such if the last game wasn't an outdraft, then this one was. And even though the match was a lot longer than last game, I would say both matches were pretty one-sided, all things considered. And just Humble Bundle really came back. They showed what they were capable of, and just completely controlled the map the entire time. And the only reason that Team Aesthetic even took front turrets here is because the one time that Nikki was in that 1v2, he decided to just go for it and see if he could pull it off. And, died 1v2 in front of their turret, which, bad game since, I think those are the sort of things that Nikki likes to see. He can just get away with. He's always been that sort of aggressive player. It's not that he doesn't understand what he should have done differently. But, yeah. So, they managed to... I think Aesthetic, they made it last reasonably long. And, yeah. So, I don't know. What else do you got to add, my friend?
I mean, that's why you never just say, here, hold my beer, and just try to go in the 1v2, like Nikki did. Because either way, Nikki's a very good player, but even then he got destroyed, and that was pretty much a wipe for the blue team, for Team Aesthetic here. And they took 2 towers. That's why you've got to be so careful with competitive knots. Like, you've got really high push characters. You've got Chucho and Ksenia, which could do some great structure damage. And they killed 2 towers just after 1 wipe, despite being pushed all the way back to their back turret on Sorona. You've got to be so careful against them like that. You can't be as cocky like Nikki was there, but it doesn't matter. because Nikki and Cannoli, Team Humble Bundle, managed to win this round, making it 1-for-1 out of this best of 3, meaning the last match is going, or the next match is going to be the last one.
Only one team will survive. We will be right back, my friends.
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This is the Awesomenauts Rumble Doubles Tournament final stream, and here with me once again is Uberency.
Hello everyone, how's it going?
He does that every single time. Now him talking in a normal voice is not normal. Like, this is normal for him. So,
I just talk like this all the time when I'm playing video games with my friends. I only talk normal when I'm casting. So don't ever add me if you want serious competitive gameplay.
Oh my gosh. So
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good, my dude. So we have a couple of quick announcements to make. If you weren't aware, Awesomenauts Rumble is bringing back the Scrim Show. If you do not know what that is, you need to know because it's freaking awesome. The Scrim Show is our show where we take competitive scrimmages from the community and we cast them. It's that simple, actually. Wow, you thought that was gonna be long and winded? Nope. I literally just described what it is, and we're bringing it back. I ran it on my personal stream last year, and now Rumble as a whole is bringing it back, and that's actually going to be taking place every Thursday starting this 23rd. It's going to be February 23rd. If you would like a replay, you would like casted, go ahead and send us the replay and the match IDs and the viewer link. We do require drafts for this to awesomenautsrumble@gmail.com. So that said, it's going to be a freaking awesome show. It's always a bunch of fun. It's going to be on, again, we're going to stream it on the 23rd this February at 12 p.m. Eastern, same time that this stream started, except on a Thursday. And yeah, it's really freaking cool. We also would like to tell you guys about where was that?
It was a scrimmage thing on Discord.
Yes. Yes, I'm going to display that date and time right quick. Again, February 23rd, awesomenautsrumble@gmail.com. So with that out of the way, I would also like for you guys to be well aware of the Awesomenauts Scrim portal. Do you want to play scrims, but you don't know how? You can go to the Awesomenauts Scrim portal, and that's where people go to set it up. It is basically a Discord channel, and people talk about when they're trying to find scrims. It's a great place to find new teammates, make new friends, and it's a way to just find matches of competitive Awesomenauts. If you're looking to get into the competitive scene, Scrim portal I think is a great place to start. And we have one more thing.
And
say what?
Well, I was going to mention one more thing, but even if you're not that experienced with competitive Awesomenauts, it's still not a bad idea to join the Awesomenauts Scrim portal, because then you can learn how scrimmages work. If you're like a complete noob, you can learn how the drafting system works, how Nauts Drafter works, or even just chat with people who are experienced with the game, get some tips, or just have a good old time and talk about memes. But Pillow has one more announcement as well. Pretty big one.
If you guys didn't hear it on the stream show last Wednesday, we are doing a beta brawl tournament for Deadlift, the new knot that was announced on the stream show 2 weeks ago and is currently on beta. This will be a one-day tournament. That's tomorrow, actually, both matches and the game itself. If you guys are interested in playing this, we'll be putting a topic from the Awesomenauts forums that in the chat that has a lot more information about it. Otherwise, the stream is going to start tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, and again, I just highly recommend you guys check it out because it's going to be cool as heck. So I just put it in there now, and if we don't have anything else to cover, my friend, I think we're ready to get into the next match.
Absolutely. Would you like me to start talking about the drafts here of this amazing, super amazing finale to this best of three?
Just as long as people remember now that first, trust me, I triple checked the teams right now. I have this draft screen correct, and you can type red.
Yeah, no mistakes this time. We got it.
I say that now, and just because I said that, that's when I noticed something wrong, right? That's how that works. Nah, but anyways, type red or blue into the chat, and whoever. And if whoever you think is going to win, if you guess correctly, after the match, you will be eligible for a piece of DLC. You have until the scene transitions to gameplay to get your guesses in. Uberancy, why don't you take us through this draft, my friend?
Absolutely. So for the first band of the day, or the first band of this draft, really, there are plenty of bands this day. We have the Lux 5000, piloted by Jimmy or Amy from the first band from Humble Bundle. Then we have a Ksenia band from Team Aesthetic, as well as a Gnaw band from Humble Bundle, and then a Derpal band from Team Aesthetic here, which makes sense because it is actually Ribbit. Forgot to mention that. Ribbit Durple is very strong. There's a few other really strong knots on Ribbit as well. Clunk and Ted are a couple of other ones to note just due to their burst that they can really hurt you with at the mid. Then we've got a Swiggins pick from Team Humble Bundle, and then a Penny pick for Team Aesthetic, as well as the last bands being Sentry and Froggy respectively, and the last picks being Coco for Team Humble Bundle and Chucho for Team Aesthetic. Yeah, it's just going to be the ultimate showdown between the god comps, best comps of all time in all of competitive Awesomenauts. But either way, it's a different map though, so maybe we'll see some different strategies, strategies, super cool strats. But there's also the Solar Boss as well, which is going to give you plenty of experience in Solar, and Chucho will definitely be good at killing that, as well as Coco, I'd say, as long as you don't make any mistakes and, get killed by the Solar Boss. That would be rather embarrassing, but we'll see if that actually happens during the game. Mr. Pillow, if I may, I think your mic is muted on stream because people are just hearing silence.
Oh. I even had the chat going, I didn't even see that said.
Oh my god, we are so good at this.
Okay, so, awkward!
It gets even more awkward when you say it like that.
I'm just gonna get into the game. Oh man, I've been working on this tournament for like 40 hours a week for like the past month. Give me a break. All right, so
serious Awesomenauts casting.
So we're gonna go ahead and get into the gameplay here, and I'm at the 15-second mark. Why don't you give us a? I'm actually turning red. I feel so embarrassed. Why don't you give us a countdown?
Oh no, Mr. Pillow was embarrassed. He goofed up on the stream. Oh no.
Man, I wish your mic muted. Holy crap. That's what everyone would prefer, but it just had to have been mine.
Yeah, everybody wants to hear you. Everybody just hates me because I'm the cringy nerd. Anyways, cringy fat engineer. I'm going to give you a countdown. We're at 15 seconds, correct?
Yes, sir.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, and we are off. And Yellow is playing your Penny. Edster playing your Chucho. On the red side of things, Cannoli playing the Coco again. Nikki playing the Swiggins. Nikki playing Swiggins all 3 games this time. Guess he's going into a Swiggins phase right now, and he's immediately going to find that initiation off on Yellow. Yellow going to go less than half before he's gotten a single ability off this game. Is this going to be like last game? Like, is Nikki just going to be going in literally constantly picking up frags and doing so successfully? Or is it going to be the very long map control focused game that that Yellow and Edster played game 1? Like, which comp is going to be able to recreate the immense advantages that it created?
Well, something I want to mention here, and that's a nice anchor drop and anchor hook on YOLO, but Nicky's actually stuck near the turret. He's going to be the first blood, and this might just already call, like, near the end of the game, because I was about to make a pretty important point. We've got 2 teams that are extremely snowbally, as we've seen from the previous 2 matches being the exact same comps from the last 2 matches that won, but it's also on Ribbit, which is a much closer map. There's a lot more creeps, and there's the Solar Boss. There is so much potential for Snowball so quickly. I wouldn't be surprised if this match is over before, I wouldn't be surprised if this match, is over before like 20 minutes. Hell, I'd be surprised if it went over 20 minutes, because unless this is the most like footsie knots game of all time, this is going to be over pretty quickly if one team starts to snowball. And we've already seen a lot of damage coming onto the top turret for the red team here. More like the blue team, but either way, Team Aesthetic getting a little bit of turret damage on that top lane while they're trying to defend bottom here. And really, it's just like, if there's a wipe, you might just lose 2 turrets. It depends on if they want to go straight for base exposure, or if they want to try and take out both front turrets. And, you know, like, whoever starts snowballing is just going to win in maybe, like, less than 10 minutes.
That's possible. I don't know if I want to say less than 10 minutes yet, but it could definitely be extremely snowbally. The thing I noticed on that first flood was that while that was normally just like, in last game when they got hooked like that, they were just trying to get out as quick as they could, but weren't really able to. Now the first flood happened when that initiation happened, Penny fought back. And the ability for Team Aesthetic to fight back, I think, is going to be a huge game changer. It could actually potentially make this match close. It could come down to brawling more. The thing is that you'll always have Penny and Chucho getting their cooldowns back way before than Swingens will. Coco is about even, more or less, give or take a second. But the fact that, you know, Penny can pounce and pulse Swingens, whereas previously Chucho maybe sticking but just run away. But look at this, that Nikki going to be going down. That's going to be another 1-0 in favor of the blue team. And that's going to be spending the advantage as he just gets taken down by the entirety of Team Aesthetic right there in mid. Now, Canoli's going to be having to defend. He does do a better job on defense than he did at Scoop. Last time he defended one of the 2 versus Tom, but still, it's the same thing. Look at that turret melting. Look at all that damage. Look at the pulse that keeps him pressured, keep him doing much. He has to be careful about his lane rotations. He has to be careful about his clearing. All he can do is pot these lightning balls right now and try and reduce it. Now they're going to go in. They're actually going to find Esther. Esther taking a lot of damage. That Blaze is going to be the last hit, but not before he can use one more auto attack to finish off Nikki. Actually managing to turn that into a 1-for-1. That might be very significant there, because that right now Penny is uncontested. She would have had to fall back if she wanted to. She's actually going to get pounced on the lane rotation to push Cannoli back. They both do a lot of damage to each other. That top turret has taken an incredible amount of damage, and just an insane pushing presence coming out from the blue team once again. I think we don't really need to see anything coming out from the red team besides damage right now. They need to make the blue team fighting back as scary as they possibly can right now. But Cannoli's going to get pounced on the right side. He's trying to juke him. He's going to take a lot of damage. Unfortunately, there wasn't a pulse. He wants to keep up with Nikki going in. He is way overextended. He misses the hook even though he gets the anchor dive in. He's going to play like he does last game. And like, he's having trouble adapting to the fact that now he dies if he commits too hard. Where previously they could basically take any team fight they wanted to.
Absolutely. I mean, looking at this build here, you're right. Red team just has to get the damage so that they can, you know, counterattack from this insane snowball that's already happening. We're already seeing the top tower taking an absolute just buttload of damage. Just Coco coming in finally in order to knock him away, but we've already seen a few bars away on that top turret there. Not too much damage, but definitely enough to show just how strong Chucho is at pushing, as well as the solar boss going down again. We've seen Chucho actually not buy damage and go for regen again, and he's got blackmail. That might give the red team an edge if they decide to rush damage and maybe get a couple of kills on Chucho, since he didn't go straight for, say, auto attack damage or piercing or anything that could be a little more useful, and instead went for that utility. But that's a nice sticky bomb, and Cannoli just midair while Cannoli's throwing. Well played by him. That's not going to do too much aside from harass a little. They got the Super Droid here, though, doing a bit of damage, but it's about to go down. It looks like Edster's going to tank, as well as his turret is going to tank a bit, with the Super Droid getting one more missile off. Well, the top turret already almost dead. Nikki taking a lot of damage, but YOLO's taking even more, and is going to go down to the lightning ball, but so much damage from... Oh, Nikki just barely gets away. So much damage from the blue team, but Nikki's able to get that kill and actually make it a 1-for-0, which is going to help them a lot, get that little bit extra money, because they've already almost lost their top turret here. Well, Edster's doing a lot of damage to Cannoli, but it's also coming the same way with Cannoli doing a lot of damage to Edster, but Edster's going to get the pick and make it a 1-for-1 trade. And he's going to push the top turret. Is he nuts? Here comes Nikki. He might get the anchor drop, but it's not quite going to happen. Nikki's stuck down there waiting for the sticky bomb to go away. There's the anchor drop next to turret, but here comes YOLO in order to help with the gun. Gun Penny doing a ton of damage to structures as well. They've got so much push. Nikki just going in, but he can't do anything. He's got no health, and he's just trying to defend, but you can't really defend against Penny and Chucho while pushing that tower, especially if you're just Swingens. Swingens is not that bad at defending, but it's still not the best. And Edster's actually going to take down the tower, possibly. It's got so little health, but YOLO's actually going to take it down and chase at Cannoli. But Cannoli's actually going to go down to Penny's auto attack. Oh my god! Nikki taking a bunch of damage, but so is Edster. Edster's got so little health, but YOLO's going in. Is he going to get the kill? The pulse is going to come out, but Nikki has no health. He misses the anchor hook on Chucho. Oh, Edster is like... Oh, Edster actually gets all of the health back because of the creeps, and Nikki is going to have to teleport back. Wow! Lots of stuff happening very quickly.
It is, and we actually see base exposure less than 7 minutes into the game. And just we see almost a full 2-level advantage coming out as soon as that's included these droids actually coming out from Team Aesthetic. This actually might just be over as quickly as game 1, and if that happens, Nikki can only hear out of the tournament. But Nikki taking a lot of damage. He might just only get picked off here. Oh my gosh, that was so close. Now he's in a bad situation. And so is Cannoli. He might get picked off here, and the gun is going to finish him off. He doesn't have a lightning bolt to even assassinate Edster.
They're pushing the base. They're already pushing the base. YOLO's just clearing those droids, and he's doing tons of damage because he's gun Penny. Edster taking a lot of damage, but he gets the sticky bomb onto Nikki. Nikki's going to take a lot of damage. He hits the jump pad, but he's got no anchor for 5 seconds here. He's going to try and get to safety. He's going to have his anchor back right now. Team Aesthetic is already pushing the base. Edster's going to take another anchor hook and drop. The break damage isn't going to do much of anything. Nikki trying to teleport before the sticky bomb, but he's going to waste more time because he did not teleport in time. Well, Cannoli's just trying to defend here with a lightning ball. Has cooldown and damage ball, which is going to do a lot of damage to Penny as well as the droids, even without, you know, the damage affecting droids. But that's already half of the base gone at 8 minutes in.
Indeed, and Nikki taking might be going down here. Yep, and he just can't finish off the Humble Bundle. Like that at that point is the excuse. Is a full 3-level advantage is the reason that Penny's alive and Nikki's not. Like if the levels are even, I think Nikki would have picked up that frag there, and so that's just gonna further the snowball of Team Aesthetic. And the lightning ball is going to come out. Oh my gosh, at this point I'm calling XP system twice in a row, because that would have definitely been, again, a kill on YOLO and probably a kill on Edster. That lightning ball connected on both, but just they're doing everything you can. He's got max lightning ball damage. I mean, he's literally got Heavenly Fire in both stages of the damage itself, and hits them both, and they get out at 1 HP with a massive level advantage, and already both having been a bunch of saying from Metacam and from all the solo that they've gotten. Just incredible snowball at this point, as you've mentioned. And now YOLO and Edster, they are going to go in for another base push. They're pushing their advantage hard while they have it, trying to end things before Nikki and Cannoli have a chance of coming back. YOLO's going to get caught out here. He's going to tank the damage. He's going to get the pulse in. Sticky Bomb going to come out onto Cannoli. Everyone getting, besides Edster, just incredibly low. YOLO doing his best to juke. He's actually going to juke both abilities. No, he's not going to juke the Blaze, but he's going to pounce in return onto Cannoli. And making that a clean 1-for-0, except when
the Sticky Bomb actually killed him from that far.
They just won.
Wow. Oh my god, is it over before like 10 minutes? I mean, it's coming down to the wire here if it's going to be finished up before. Wow. When I said that, I meant I think once someone starts snowballing, they're going to win in 10 minutes. I didn't think they were actually going to win in 10 minutes. I was expecting a 15-minute game, you know, like, at least. Holy cow. That was just so brutal.
That was one of the most like unexpected like one-sided matches I've seen in a long time. You know, and Nikki and Cannoli played well. Just that snowball, there was so little they could do about it. They had to stall that game out for a pretty good bit, and they just could not keep up. They kept on dying a bunch, and were just constantly being pushed against it. It's very hard to stop that push, even when everyone's on field and in lane. And I didn't expect it for it to go down like that, honestly and truly.
I mean, that's incredible. You've got, like, Cannoli and Nikki are, like, such great players, but they just got demolished by Team Aesthetic here. The snowball was just too strong on such a great map for snowballing. Close range, even if you get wiped, like if you get a wipe, it's just, you're going to be able to take out 2, maybe even 3 towers, like, get base exposure right away if you have a good enough push team, and they finished it before 10 minutes, and with that, like, Team Humble Bundle is out of the tournament. They're not playing anymore.
Yeah, it's done. It's over. It's night. Like, hey, it was so interesting. All 3 matches were very one-sided. Like, both teams had a very one-sided match. It really comes down to the comps. And they kind of went that meme of I don't think it was Pearly for the meme where they both what do you call it? they both went to comps that they won with, but the early game of Team Aesthetic in the early game push is enough to just get so much off of that they were just able to do a ton. It was absolutely insane. Anyways, guys, we're going to be right back, my friends, with our next game. It's going to be Team Serious Gamers versus PewDiePie Fan Club. We will be casting this live, and it's going to be Uberancy and Jelly casting. We will be right back, my friends.